Hey everybody, it's Adam Slager. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to cover some fantasy news, and I'll also talk maybe about some streaming wars like Amazon, Hulu, Disney, as well as Netflix. Now right now there's a bunch of fantasy film adaptations in the pipeline. The biggest one is the Second Age Lord of the Rings adaptation for Amazon. Just to start the show, I believe it costs $250 million just for the rights alone. Amazon also threw $1 billion at it, and each episode will have $20 million for a budget per episode. This makes the Lord of the Rings Amazon series the most expensive film budget to date. And this is all due to the success of the HBO Game of Thrones adaptation from George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire. Fantastic series. It's probably one of my favorite series I've ever read. Really good reading. As big of a Lord of the Rings fan as I am, I'm mostly excited for Amazon's Wheel of Time adaptation. The Emond's Field 5 has already been cast, and they're filming near Prague, Czech Republic. The Wheel of Time was mostly written by Robert Jordan, and when he passed away, Brandon Sanderson helped finish the series. Brandon Sanderson has come to write a few fantasy series that are very popular by their own right. As far as the Wheel of Time copying a Game of Thrones, this is not true, because the Wheel of Time came before a Game of Thrones was written. And A Wheel of Time was probably the most successful modern fantasy before Game of Thrones. So The Wheel of Time was a mover and shaker and changed up fantasy as we knew it. There was a few decades where fantasy was getting stale and fantasy was kind of the same story written a little bit differently in each series. The Wheel of Time has strong female characters and has a unique magic system, and has a lot of themes that are based from our world, such as reincarnation and Eastern mysticism. It is a very unique fantasy story and has strong elements in epic fantasy. It's an epic fantasy is what I'm trying to say. Currently, I am rereading The Wheel of Time. I did not complete The Wheel of Time for several reasons, mostly due to my joining the military in a time of war and the author passing away and the series not being complete. Right now, the series is complete and all of the books of The Wheel of Time have been written, and they were co-authored by Brandon Sanderson after Robert Jordan's passing away. With The Wheel of Time being complete, hopefully Amazon and the Wheel of Time camp will learn the lessons from a Game of Thrones final season or two. With a Game of Thrones, the last 2 books were not complete, so the source material that HBO was using in the first 4 or 5 extremely well written series, they didn't have the source material, so the show really started losing its quality and losing its essence. So hopefully Amazon won't have the same mistakes as Game of Thrones did on HBO. Now for The Wheel of Time, I have seen a few issues that I do not like the looks of with the casting and race bending and forced diversity, but I do not believe that all hope is lost, but right now it does not look very good. Now I will cover my opinions on the Emond's Field 5 casting decisions in a future video, but I will say hope should not be completely lost. Stay tuned, there will be more to come, and thanks for watching.